The story begins in the vibrant yet chaotic streets of Naples, where brothers Vito and Antonello Esposito reside in a rundown apartment. Vito, a devoted single father to his infant son Napoleon, faces the looming threat of losing custody of his child due to his precarious financial situation, further compounded by the departure of Napoleon's mother to Norway. Their living conditions take a dire turn when the brothers receive a foreclosure notice for their building instigated by the De Leonardi Group, a powerful real estate corporation bent on demolishing their home for a posh development project. The brothers' situation becomes increasingly desperate as Vito discovers that Antonello, who is overly trusting and naive, had unknowingly signed a dubious property deal in Vito's name, placing everything at risk. Realizing the potential consequences of eviction, which could lead to the loss of custody over Napoleon, Vito is enraged and seeks a way to confront the developers. Their attention turns toward Marina De Leonardi, the daughter of the company's founder and a well-respected businesswoman known for her philanthropic work, particularly her initiatives supporting African communities. However, when they attempt to reach her at a public event to plead their predicament, they find themselves ignored, dismissed by her and the elite attending the function. In an unexpected twist, Antonello comes into possession of Marina's lost phone, through which they gain insight into her personal life, her travel plans, interests, and charitable projects. This revelation sparks a daring idea in Antonello's mind, to create a fictional charity focused on assisting children in Africa, hoping to win Marina's sympathy and help save their home. Initially hesitant about the deceit, Vito eventually succumbs to Antonello's enthusiasm and agrees to the plan. They fabricate a new persona for Vito, naming him Carlo, a charming restaurateur and humanitarian, and start preparing him to fit Marina's world. Antonello coaches him in yoga, culinary skills, and inspirational quotes to resonate with her interests. Their first encounter occurs during a fateful moment when the elevator in their building breaks down, giving Vito the chance to feign a chance meeting as he strikes up a conversation with her. Marina, initially skeptical of Carlo, soon finds herself intrigued by his passion and humility. Their relationship deepens as they meet more frequently, with Vito playing his role convincingly. The brothers orchestrate a charity dinner, enlisting colorful local characters and their network of friends to pose as international benefactors. The event is a whirlwind of culinary chaos, but surprisingly turns out to be a success. Marina, believing in Carlo's sincerity, even contributes by cooking for the dinner herself. Throughout the evening, Vito and Marina share moments of genuine connection, complicating Vito's feelings as he starts to develop real affection for her. As the deception continues, Vito grapples with guilt over their ruse. He finds true depth in Marina's character that transcends her polished public persona, which makes confessing the truth even more challenging. However, Antonello urges him to maintain the facade until they secure the assistance needed to save their home. During their encounters, Marina reveals her strained relationship with her father and her inner conflict regarding the ethical implications of her family's business practices. Eventually, the facade begins to unravel. One evening, while sharing a quiet moment, Vito is nearly overwhelmed by emotion and comes close to revealing the truth. Marina, however, interprets his hesitance as mere vulnerability, unaware of the underlying deception. Meanwhile, her assistant grows suspicious and starts to dig into Carlo's background, leading to the unmasking of the truth. The revelation comes not through Vito's confession but rather from an unexpected confrontation, leaving Marina feeling humiliated and betrayed. Anguished and disheartened, she severs all ties with Vito, leaving the brothers in an even more precarious position, facing the impending loss of their home without the support they had hoped to gain from Marina. The Love Scam is a vibrant Italian romantic comedy that explores themes of identity, class struggles, and second chances within the bustling streets of Naples. At its heart, the narrative revolves around two brothers, Vito and Antonello Esposito. They live in a decrepit building facing imminent demolition, which threatens their way of life and Vito's custody of his young son Napoleon. Vito is a devoted father, raising Napoleon alone since the boy's mother moved to Norway. As a result of their dire financial situation and the looming court date for custody, Vito is deeply anxious about losing his son for good. Adding to their turmoil, the brothers face foreclosure due to a shady deal linked to Antonello. Unbeknownst to him, he had been acting as a frontman for a fraudulent real estate scheme orchestrated by the powerful De Leonardi company. Now they find themselves in debt for €50,000 with a foreclosure notice hanging over them, putting both their home and Vito's custody battle at risk. Desperate for a way out, the brothers set their sights on Marina De Leonardi, the intelligent and composed daughter of the company's head. Marina oversees a large array of real estate projects while also managing her own charitable foundation. However, despite their numerous comedic and ill-fated attempts to capture her attention, highlighted by a particularly embarrassing incident at a charity event where they crash, Antonello inadvertently steals her phone. In this unexpected twist, they discover that Marina has a genuine passion for humanitarian efforts, especially in Africa. As tension builds, Marina finds herself grappling with a shocking betrayal. Her fiancé and business partner Federico Spagnoli has been concealing corruption linked to the De Leonardi building project. After a critical realization that the demolition was based on fraudulent reports, with Federico bribing inspectors under the guise of her charitable foundation, Marina's trust in her world crumbles. The betrayal pushes her to take decisive action, leading her to confront her father and ultimately sever her engagement with Federico. With her life spinning into chaos, Marina reaches out to Vito and Antonello. While still reeling from their past grievances, she recognizes their plight and the desperation driving their actions. Together they hatch a plan to expose the corruption that threatens their community and prevent their eviction from the building. Utilizing a secret recording of a bribe meeting alongside access to critical DeLeonardi documents, they devise a sting operation. Their coordinated efforts culminate in a dramatic confrontation with the board where Marina presents irrefutable evidence of the corruption. The scandal quickly captures public attention, and as news spreads throughout Naples, protests emerge in support of the tenants. The mounting pressure forces a halt to the demolition procedure, turning the tide in their favor. In the ensuing court case regarding Vito's custody of Napoleon, both his unwavering commitment and Marina's ardent testimony convince the judge to grant him custody. The brothers' plight leads to the transformation of their fake charity into a sincere community kitchen set up in the salvaged building. This new initiative not only provides food but also support for local families, enriching the community and fostering a sense of unity. The film concludes on a heartwarming note, showcasing a joyful celebration in their now renovated restaurant. Vito and Marina share a moment of reconciliation, acknowledging the tumultuous journey that brought them together while embracing the new direction of their lives. Antonello, ever the dreamer, flirts with tourists and concocts new schemes, and the neighborhood radiates with joy, music, and laughter. The love scam ultimately delivers the poignant message that sometimes the most chaotic and painful circumstances can lead to the most genuine and profound love. Despite navigating through deception and scams, it illustrates that there are moments and connections in life worth trusting. Antonello devises a bold yet hopeful strategy to win Marina's support and sympathy by creating a fake charity project. In this scheme, they present themselves as altruistic do-gooders. Initially hesitant, Vito is persuaded by Antonello's charisma and sense of desperation. They delve deeply into Marina's preferences, studying her habits, favorite quotes, dietary choices, and hobbies like yoga and cooking to craft a persona that Vito can embody. He transforms into Carlo, an altruistic charity worker and restaurant owner dedicated to helping the less fortunate. Their ruse begins with a staged encounter in a malfunctioning elevator, which, though awkward, piques Marina's interest. Gradually, Vito as Carlo earns her trust and manages to invite her to a charity lunch where she volunteers to cook. The event turns out to be a tremendous success, attracting an eclectic mix of characters and faux benefactors, all underscored by a vivid Neapolitan atmosphere. Marina is genuinely touched by the perceived sincerity of the event, blissfully unaware that it is a grand deception. As the partnership between Vito and Marina blossoms, a significant transformation takes place. Vito finds himself genuinely falling for her, leading to feelings of regret about the charade. Marina starts to open up emotionally, shedding her corporate demeanor. For a brief time, their connection feels sincere and real. The pivotal moment occurs when Vito attempts to confess the deception but is overtaken by circumstances when Marina uncovers the truth through other means. Heartbroken and betrayed, she severs all ties with him. This leaves Vito devastated, compounding his troubles further as he faces the looming possibility of losing custody of Napoleon amidst the threat of eviction. Unexpectedly, Marina experiences a revelation of her own betrayal, not from Vito but from her boyfriend and business partner Federico Spagnoli. She discovers that the demolition of Vito's building was based on fraudulent reports and bribery aimed at displacing low-income tenants. Enraged, she confronts her father and Spagnoli, ultimately deciding to expose the wrongdoing and prevent the demolition. Now aligned with the community she once looked down upon, Marina joins forces with Vito, Antonello, and a group of local residents to salvage the building. They employ clever tactics and document a covert recording of the bribery, gathering the essential proof to thwart the real estate scheme. In doing so, Marina distances herself from her family's toxic business legacy and starts to embrace her newfound values. The narrative culminates in a satisfying resolution. Vito secures custody of Napoleon, the eviction order is cancelled, and the building is preserved. A tender reconciliation unfolds between Marina and Vito as they reflect on the absurd circumstances of their initial meeting while embracing the authenticity that their bond has developed. The closing scenes showcase a flourishing restaurant environment radiating joy, love, and delectable food in true Naples style. Additionally, Antonello receives a mysterious letter from Japan, perhaps a prank or another unexpected twist, leading to humorous chaos typical of the Esposito family dynamic. In the end, the overarching message is one of hope and humor, illustrating how a lie can sometimes pave the way to uncovering deeper truths. If you enjoy watching this video, then subscribe to Angel Recaps for the latest movies explanation.